the farthest edge of the world lies Antarctica, a continent of extremes. The sun disappears and reappears for months at a time. Temperatures plunge to levels that can freeze human breath in seconds. Even so, life clings stubbornly to existence. Enormous whales rise solemnly from the icy waters. Their songs echo like ancient hymns across the ocean. Every creature must master physiological and behavioral adaptation. Otherwise, it faces extinction. Welcome to wild Antarctica, the extreme transformation of the last frozen refuge. Before we begin, remember to subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and tell us where you're watching from. Now, let's begin. The sun, which had been absent for months, returns with an unstoppable force, traversing the sky in an endless dance that never allows darkness to fall. This is the season of maximum abundance, when the vast ice retreats enough to reveal patches of rocky ground, when the ocean comes alive with the greatest concentration of biomass on Earth, and when millions of animals converge on the Antarctic coasts to feed, reproduce, and raise their young. The observed transformation is practically miraculous. The vast ice shelves, which have remained rock-solid for months, begin to crack and shift, creating channels of open water that stretch for hundreds of kilometers. The ocean, now freed from its icy prison, teems with life as phytoplankton bloom explosively under the eternal daylight, transforming the water into a nutritious emerald green soup that constitutes the very foundation of the Antarctic food web. Krill, tiny shrimp-like creatures, swarm in supergroups so vast that their shadow can be detected from space, and their numbers reach the order of trillions. This is the season when Antarctica reveals its authentic nature, not as a sterile wasteland, but as one of the most productive and dynamic ecosystems on the planet. The conjunction of nutrient-rich waters, inexhaustible sunlight, and the cyclical retreat of sea ice create the perfect conditions that support some of the greatest concentrations of wildlife, an orchestration of life worthy of providence. But Antarctica is not just perpetual ice. In the heart of this white kingdom, a fascinating paradox exists. Flames burning deep beneath the ice crust. Mount Erebus, the southernmost active volcano on the planet, stands as a giant exhaling white smoke into the clear polar sky. This is one of the few places on Earth that possesses a permanent molten lava lake. The contrast between the incandescent magma at 1,000 degrees and the outer layer of snow creates a surreal scene, as if it were another planet within our own world. The heat from the subsoil passes through the ice, creating colossal ice towers known as fumaroles. These structures rise like natural chimneys, constantly emitting warm vapor, surrounded by splendid and mysterious ice caves with magical neon blue tones. In these warm caves, scientists have found forms of ancient microbial life, existing completely isolated from the outside world. Erebus is not only a geological marvel, but a window into the survival capabilities of life in the most extreme environments. The presence of fire in the heart of the ice reminds us that Antarctica is a vibrant and dynamic continent. Beneath its calm and cold appearance lies a source of intense internal energy, ready to erupt at any moment. At the beginning of the austral summer, when the first and vital cracks appear in the sea ice, endless columns of black and white figures begin their epic and formidable journey across the icy landscape. Adelie penguins, perhaps the most representative Antarctic penguins, begin their march toward breeding colonies that have remained active for thousands of years. With a modest height of barely 70 centimeters, these extraordinary birds resolutely walk across ice that stretches for hundreds of kilometers, following ancestral routes that their lineages have used for millennia. Every step in their journey is a precise calculation of evolution. Every movement has a biological purpose as they navigate an environment that would challenge the most seasoned polar explorer. Observe as a group of Adelies approaches the edge of an open water current. They gather at the shore, cautiously moving their heads as they scrutinize the dark waters, searching for the telltale shadow of a leopard seal. One brave individual approaches the edge, and then another, until suddenly, as if responding to an invisible and instinctive signal, they all dive simultaneously, their slender bodies cutting through the water like living torpedoes. Beneath the surface, the Adelies are radically transformed. From comical, clumsy walkers, they become elegant and powerful athletes. Their wings, useless for aerial flight, become powerful propellers that drive them through the water at speeds approaching 30 kilometers per hour. Their physiological adaptation allows them to hold their breath for up to 6 minutes, diving to depths exceeding 100 meters while searching for the krill and fish that will sustain their monumental journey. Back on the ice, the Adelies continue their march with their destination still hundreds of kilometers away. They move in dispersed formations, sometimes sliding on their bellies across the smooth ice, sometimes walking upright with dignity over rough terrain. Their journey is fraught with danger, from the constant threat of leopard seals to the risk of being caught in a sudden blizzard or being separated from the group by a crack opening in the ice. As the winter darkness begins to dissipate and the first hints of spring appear in Antarctica, a new wave of visitors arrives on the continent's shores. Chinstrap penguins, or Pinguinos barbicho, are distinguished by the black line running beneath their chins, resembling a helmet strap. They arrive en masse to establish breeding colonies on the rocky shores and ice-free islands surrounding the Antarctic Peninsula. These penguins are among the most aggressive and territorial species. Their arrival marks the beginning of one of the most intense periods of competition and conflict in the ecosystem. The chinstrap penguin is perfectly adapted to life at the border between ice and open sea, and its presence indicates areas where the sea ice is beginning to break up. The arrival of the chinstrap penguins on the shore is accompanied by a cacophony of calls and displays as they establish their territories. The males arrive first, claiming the best nesting sites and defending them vehemently from rivals. Their aggressive nature is legendary. The chinstrap penguin performs repeated dives to depths of up to 100 meters, using its powerful flippers to chase its prey. The presence of chinstrap penguins serves as an indicator of ecosystem health. These birds are sensitive to changes in sea ice extent and krill abundance, and researchers closely monitor their reproductive success as a measure of the overall health of the Antarctic marine ecosystem. While Adelie penguins navigate the surface of ice and snow, the ocean stretching beneath them resonates with sounds that seem to emerge from another world. They are deep, captivating, and complex melodies that have the ability to travel hundreds of kilometers through the water. These are the unmistakable songs of the humpback whale, and as the Antarctic summer progresses, a growing number of these magnificent creatures migrate to the Southern Ocean to partake in the abundance the season offers. With a length of up to 16 meters and a weight that can reach 36 tons, humpback whales are among the largest animals to have navigated the Earth. Nevertheless, they feed almost exclusively on some of the smallest ocean creatures, krill. A humpback whale emerges near the edge of the sea ice, its massive head breaking the surface with a sound akin to a small detonation. Water cascades from its deeply grooved throat as it exhales, launching a blast of condensed vapor 30 meters high. Beneath the surface, the humpback whale executes one of nature's most spectacular feeding behaviors. Working alone or in perfectly coordinated groups, humpback whales employ a hydroacoustic strategy called bubble netting to concentrate their prey. They swim in a spiral beneath a school of krill, releasing streams of bubbles that rise to the surface, creating a virtual cylindrical net that confuses and groups the tiny crustaceans. At the crucial moment, the whale surges like a propelled rocket through the center of the bubble net, opening its enormous mouth to reveal the baleen plates that filter thousands of liters of water and krill. The throat pleats expand like a giant accordion, allowing the whale to take in volumes of water sufficient to fill a small swimming pool. Upon closing its mouth, its tongue, which can weigh as much as an elephant, expels the water through the baleen, trapping the krill inside. This feeding behavior, repeated dozens of times a day, allows humpback whales to consume up to 1.5 tons of krill daily, storing the crucial energy they will need for their epic migration to tropical waters, where they will breed and give birth. While the wandering albatross dominates the air over the Southern Ocean, the waters below are visited by the largest animal ever to inhabit Earth. The blue whale, reaching lengths of over 30 meters and weighing up to 200 tons, arrives in Antarctic waters during the summer months to feed on the immense schools of krill that flourish under the midnight sun. These magnificent creatures eclipse even the largest dinosaurs in size. Their individual heart weighs as much as a small car, and their tongue can equal the weight of an adult elephant. However, despite their overwhelming size, blue whales are among the most elegant and stealthy swimmers. A blue whale surfaces in the distance. Its powerful blow creates a jet of condensed vapor that can reach heights exceeding 9 meters. The sight of such a colossal and majestic creature in the vast expanse of the Southern Ocean is both humbling and awe-inspiring. The blue whale's feeding strategy is one of nature's grandest spectacles. Through a technique called lunge feeding, the whale accelerates towards dense concentrations of krill, opening its enormous mouth to engulf volumes of water that can exceed 70 tons. The throat pleats expand like a giant accordion, and its tongue, weighing up to 3 tons, expels the water through the baleen plates. A single blue whale can consume up to 4 tons of krill a day during the brief Antarctic summer. These gentle giants play a crucial role in the Antarctic ecosystem, not only as krill consumers, but also through an ocean fertilization function, as their massive iron-rich fecal plumes help promote the growth of phytoplankton, the base of all southern marine life. High above the ice, where the leopard seal and penguins practice their deadly dance, another predator patrols the icy skies of Antarctica. The Antarctic skua, or Pagalo antarctico, is a bird with such a fierce reputation that it has been nicknamed the Pirate of the Antarctic. It cuts through the air with wings that can carry it thousands of kilometers from the nearest land. These extraordinary birds are the Antarctic opportunists par excellence, equally adept at scavenging on the ice, stealing food from other birds, or hunting live prey, from fish to penguin chicks. Their adaptability and proven intelligence have established them as one of the most successful predators in the Antarctic ecosystem. A skua spots a group of Adelie penguins feeding their chicks in a colony. The skua circles the area, its keen gaze strategically assessing the situation, seeking the perfect instant for the attack. The aggression is swift and decisive. The skua swoops down onto the colony, its harsh cries sowing chaos and panic. In the confusion, it focuses on a parent penguin returning with food, relentlessly harassing it until the penguin, due to stress, regurgitates its catch. The skua immediately dives to claim its bounty. But the skua's relationship with penguins is not always limited to simple predation. These intelligent birds have been observed employing sophisticated coercion strategies to maximize their hunting success. Some skuas operate in pairs. One bird distracts the parent penguins while the other raids the nest. Others have learned to follow human researchers, aware that disturbances caused by scientific activities often offer easy opportunities for scavenging. The skua's reputation as a pirate is well-deserved, but it is also a clear demonstration of its remarkable behavioral plasticity. In an environment where vital resources are scarce and widely dispersed, the ability to exploit any available opportunity is the biological key to survival. When the Antarctic summer reaches its full splendor, the waters surrounding the continent become the stage for one of the most extraordinary aerial spectacles in the natural world. The wandering albatross, with its 3-meter wingspan and absolute mastery of dynamic gliding, patrols the Southern Ocean with an efficiency that seems to defy the laws of physics. These magnificent birds are the oceanic explorers par excellence, capable of flying thousands of kilometers without landing, harnessing the wind and waves to maintain their flight for hours. A wandering albatross effortlessly glides over the swell, its massive wings barely moving as it navigates the air currents generated by the waves. Its keen gaze scrutinizes the surface for signs of food. The albatross's flight is a masterpiece of energy conservation. Through a technique known as dynamic and sustained gliding, the albatross harnesses the difference in wind speed at various heights above the ocean surface. It gains altitude by briefly flying into the wind, then turns and glides downwind, using the energy gained from the wind gradient to propel its flight. This technique allows it to cover vast distances with minimal energy expenditure. When the albatross spots potential prey, its approach is calculated and precise. It descends onto the water's surface with surprising grace, its webbed feet acting as brakes upon stopping. Once in the water, it uses its powerful hooked beak to snatch fish, squid or carrion floating just below. The presence of the wandering albatross in Antarctic waters is seasonal, coinciding with the peak productivity of the Southern Ocean. As summer progresses and food becomes more concentrated, more specimens of these undisputed masters of oceanic aerodynamics arrive to take advantage of the abundance. While humpback whales feed in the deep coastal waters, a predator of a predator of a different nature patrols the critical ice edge with the open the transition zone where solid ice merges with the open ocean. The leopard seal in the shadow of imposing ice flows, the leopard seal waits with the strategic patience of an expert hunter. With a length of up to 3.5 meters and a weight that can reach 600 kilograms, the leopard seal is the majestic apex predator of Antarctica, a creature so perfectly adapted to hunting in the icy environment that it lacks natural enemies in adulthood. Its distinctive spotted coat provides perfect camouflage. Its distinctive spotted coat provides perfect camouflage against the light and shadow of the ice edge. Its massive head and powerful jaws lend it an almost prehistoric and imposing appearance. Unlike other seal species that feed primarily on fish, the leopard seal has evolved to hunt a much wider variety of prey, from tiny krill to penguins, and occasionally other seals. Its heteromorphic dentition reveals this diverse diet. Sharp, interlocking canines for holding on to prey, and complex molars designed as a sieving mechanism to extract krill from the water. The seal positions itself near a popular route for Adelie penguins. Waiting motionless for calculated and methodical. Waiting motionless for hours for the perfect opportunity. When a group of penguins appears, the seal dives, becoming invisible in the dark water. The attack, when it finally occurs, is explosive in its violence and precision. From the depths. The leopard seal rises like a propelled rocket from the depths, its massive jaws seizing an unfortunate penguin. The seal's technique for handling prey is remarkably brutal. Skin and shaking it violently to separate the flesh from the skin and bones. However, not all encounters culminate in death. Recent observations have revealed a surprising facet of these predators. Some leopard seals have been documented playing with penguins without inflicting harm, or even attempting to feed live penguins to human divers. A complex behavior that suggests a level of intelligence and sensitivity that scientists are only just beginning to decipher. With the Antarctic summer at its peak, the rocky beaches and grass-covered slopes of the sub-Antarctic islands are the stage for one of the most remarkable biological comebacks in conservation history. Antarctic fur seals, which were hunted to the very brink of extinction for the value of their luxurious coats, have returned to their traditional breeding grounds in numbers that would have seemed impossible just a few decades ago, a testament to biological perseverance. The males arrive first. Huge alpha males weighing up to 200 kilograms, with thick necks and powerful shoulders that offer palpable testimony to the battles they will wage for their reproductive rights. They haul themselves onto the beaches with surprising grace for animals of such size. A dominant male guards his territory from atop a rocky promontory. His guttural bellows echo across the beach like a declaration of sovereignty. The first females begin to arrive, more slender and graceful. They are in an advanced state of gestation and have come to these beaches to culminate the biological miracle of life. Each female will seek the territory of the strongest male, a decision that will determine the fate and safety of her pups. Birth is surprisingly swift and efficient. The female sits up, and within minutes, a small black pup is born, already endowed with the innate instincts needed for survival. The mother immediately begins to clean and nurse her pup, forging a crucial emotional bond. Within days, the pup is already swimming in the deep pools. The mother must balance the needs of her pup with her own for food, undertaking increasingly longer foraging trips to the sea for krill. Despite its misleading name, the craybeater seal has never ingested a crab in its life. These elegant silver-grey seals are the ultimate specialists in krill consumption, possessing one of the most specialized sets of teeth in the entire animal kingdom, designed specifically to filter these tiny crustaceans from the water. Craybeater seals are among the most abundant large mammals on Earth, with estimated populations ranging from 7 to 12 million individuals. During the Antarctic summer, they can be found throughout the sea ice zone, often resting on ice floes in groups of tens or even hundreds. A group of craybeater seals rests on a large ice floe, but this apparent inactivity is misleading. Their entire behavior is dictated by the biological need to find food and avoid predators in one of the most challenging environments. When it is time to feed, the seals slip into the water almost without a splash. Beneath the surface, they transform into efficient hunting machines, using their lobed and interlocking teeth to extract krill from the water with astonishing precision. The craybeater seal's teeth interlock like a biological sieve. When feeding, the seal opens its mouth and sucks in krill-laden water. It then uses its muscular tongue to expel the water through the gaps between its teeth, trapping the krill inside. This filter feeding strategy is so efficient that a single craybeater seal can consume up to 8 kilograms of krill daily, and the collective impact of the entire population on Antarctic krill stocks is colossal. It is estimated that craybeater seals consume more krill than all other Antarctic predators combined, establishing them as one of the most important species in the Southern Ocean ecosystem. Among the 4 seal species that have chosen Antarctica as their permanent home, none is more mysterious or elusive than the Ross seal, named after the British explorer James Clark Ross. This seal is the least studied of all Antarctic seals. Its reserved nature and unusual preference for the densest and most distant ice packs make its observation and the study of its ecology extremely difficult. Ross seals are immediately recognizable by their distinctive physical appearance. They possess the proportionally largest eyes of any other seal, enormous foreflippers, and a coat pattern of dark streaks on a lighter background, giving them an almost tiger-striped appearance. These adaptations suggest a lifestyle exceptionally well suited to the extreme environment. A Ross seal hauls itself onto a remote floe deep within the sea ice, its huge eyes scrutinizing the surrounding ice. Its distinctive coloration provides it with excellent camouflage against the mottled lights and shadows of the icy environment, making it almost invisible. The Ross seal's behavior is as enigmatic as its appearance. Unlike other Antarctic seals that often congregate in large groups, Ross seals are predominantly solitary, preferring to rest on isolated ice floes far from the open ocean. Its diet primarily consists of squid, fish, and krill, but its hunting behavior remains largely a mystery. Recent satellite tracking research has revealed that Ross seals are capable of extraordinarily deep dives, reaching depths exceeding 700 meters and staying underwater for up to 2 hours. These diving abilities rival those of the much larger elephant seals, suggesting a masterful physiological adaptation for deep water hunting. The vocalizations of the Ross seal are among the most unusual sounds in Antarctica, including siren-like trills and moans that can be transmitted over long distances through the ice, likely playing a role in communication between widely dispersed individuals. As the Antarctic summer fades, the continent begins its transformation into a realm of perpetual darkness. The sun, which for months has relentlessly wheeled across the sky, begins to sink slowly toward the horizon with each passing day, until it finally vanishes completely, plunging Antarctica into a winter that will last for 4 long months. This is not simply the absence of summer. It is the arrival of conditions so extreme that they challenge the very essence of the biophysics of life on Earth. Temperatures, which were merely frigid in summer, drop to depths that would freeze exposed flesh in a matter of minutes. The winds, previously just violent, turn into howling demons capable of snatching the heat from any creature. The ocean, which teemed with life in summer, begins to freeze. Its surface becomes a robust ice platform capable of supporting the weight of the planet's largest animals. Yet, even in this era of rigorous extremes, life not only endures, but finds ingenious ways to thrive. A covenant with the eternal cold. The creatures that choose to remain in Antarctica during winter are the true masters of survival. With adaptations so extraordinary, they seem to belong to another world. Emperor penguins huddle together in compact formations that can number up to hundreds of thousands, sharing warmth and protection against the deadly cold. Weddell seals dive beneath the ice to hunt in a world of perpetual gloom, orienting themselves with their specialized senses. These species synchronize their life cycles to the exact rhythm of the seasons, giving birth and raising their young in conditions that would be fatal for most terrestrial life forms, demonstrating the unbreakable resilience of creation. In the depths of the Antarctic winter, when most of the continent is plunged into perpetual darkness, an extraordinary visitor arrives from the other end of the Earth. The Arctic tern, after completing the longest migration of any animal on the planet, arrives in Antarctic waters. These extraordinary birds follow the sun from the Arctic summer to the Antarctic summer, thus experiencing 2 summers each year. Their arrival in Antarctic waters coincides with the maximum abundance of their favorite prey concentrated in the relatively warm waters off the continent's periphery. An Arctic tern glides over a strip of open water, its elegant silhouette outlined against the grey sky. Despite having travelled halfway around the world, the bird shows no signs of fatigue. It beats its wings with mechanical precision as it scrutinizes the water. The tern's hunting technique is a masterpiece of aerial precision. Upon sighting a suitable target, the bird folds its wings and plunges into the water in a controlled dive that can reach speeds of over 60 kilometers per hour. At the last moment, it spreads its wings to cushion the impact, striking the water with its beak to capture its prey. The tern's ability to navigate such vast distances using celestial cues, magnetic fields, and other environmental signals remains one of the great mysteries of animal behavior. These birds can return to the same feeding grounds year after year, suggesting an innate positioning ability that surpasses even the most advanced human technology. The leopard seal continues to be the alpha predator of Antarctica. However, winter brings new challenges and also new tactical opportunities for these magnificent hunters. The formation of extensive and solid layers of sea ice creates new hunting areas, but also forces the seal to adjust its ambush strategy according to changing conditions. During the winter months, leopard seals must keep their breathing holes open in the ice, using their flippers and powerful teeth to maintain access to the sea that would otherwise freeze over. These holes become key points for their winter survival, serving not only as air entry, but also as strategic ambush platforms for hunting prey. A leopard seal emerges to the surface through the hole, its massive head surging from the dark waters with explosive power. Its patience is legendary among Antarctic predators. The leopard seal's winter hunting strategy differs from that of summer. With fewer Adelie penguins available and the ice offering a new hunting perspective, the seal must adapt to hunting in a three-dimensional environment that includes both the water and the frozen surface. Some leopard seals have been documented hunting under the ice, using their powerful sonar system to locate prey in the dark waters. The seal's remarkable tactical intelligence becomes even more evident during the winter months. Some seals have been observed developing unique and innovative hunting techniques, such as using ice floes as mobile platforms to attack prey, or creating controlled waves to knock them off the icy surfaces. These behaviors suggest a problem-solving capacity that rivals the most intelligent marine mammals. The leopard seal's role as a super predator becomes even more critical during the winter months, when the simplification of the food web places great pressure on the remaining prey species. A single leopard seal can consume hundreds of kilograms of prey each month, establishing it as one of the most important predators in the Antarctic ecosystem. While predators patrol the surface, another Antarctic specialist has found a way to escape the worst winter conditions by living beneath the ocean's frozen surface. The Weddell seal, named after the explorer James Weddell, is one of the southernmost living mammals on Earth. The Weddell seal's adaptation to life under the ice is truly remarkable. These seals keep their breathing holes open in the thick layer of ice, continuously wearing down the forming ice with their canine teeth. This behavior comes at a high cost. The continuous wear eventually ruins their teeth, and older seals often die when they can no longer maintain the vital breathing holes. A Weddell seal emerges through the breathing hole, its massive head breaking the ice with an explosive sound. As it exhales, a column of vapor rises. The warm air from its lungs creates a cloud of steam that instantly freezes. Its dark eyes, perfectly adapted to the dim light under the ice, scrutinize the surface. Under the ice, the Weddell seal inhabits a world of perpetual gloom, where the only light comes from the bioluminescence of marine creatures. Here, in waters that never exceed 2 degrees below zero, the seal hunts fish, squid, and crustaceans with almost supernatural precision. Its diving ability is extraordinary. It can remain underwater for over an hour, descending to depths of more than 700 meters. Its blood contains twice the concentration of oxygen-carrying red blood cells as terrestrial mammals, and its muscles are saturated with myoglobin. The hunting strategy is sophisticated. Using a form of echolocation similar to that of dolphins, the seal can locate its prey in total darkness. As the Antarctic winter tightens its grip on the continent, one of the most extraordinary and poignant events in the natural world is about to begin. Deep within the Weddell Sea, where the ice stretches for hundreds of kilometers in every direction, thousands of emperor penguins gather for a mating ritual that has remained unchanged for millions of years. These magnificent birds, over 1 meter tall and up to 40 kilograms in weight, are the personification of Antarctic resilience. They are the only bird species that breeds during the Antarctic winter, a bold strategy that allows the chicks to develop their plumage during the short, abundant summer. The emperor penguin breeding colony is an indescribable spectacle. Thousands of birds stand in dense protective huddles on the ice, their black and white plumage contrasting with the infinite whiteness of the landscape. The courtship ritual begins with an instinctive choreography. The male and female approach with heads lowered, touching beaks and necks in a gentle dance. The male's call, a deep, resonant, trumpet-like sound, announces his readiness to take on the greatest challenge of parenthood. After mating, the female lays a single precious egg, which she then transfers with perfect coordination to the male. The male places the egg on his feet, covering it with a fold of warm skin called the brood pouch. From that moment on, the male will not leave the egg for the next 64 days, enduring the harshest part of the winter. The emperor penguin male's fast during the incubation period is one of the most heroic parental fasts in the animal kingdom. He loses up to 40% of his body weight, surviving on his fat reserves. As winter sharpens and temperatures drop to -40 degrees Celsius, he huddles with thousands of other males in dense formations that slowly rotate like a living galaxy of shared warmth, where each bird takes turns occupying the warm center of the group. In the icy waters where the colossal squid lurks, another king of the ocean emerges, not just by its strength, but by its superior collective intelligence. The killer whale, or orca, is the ultimate alpha predator, dominating the Southern Ocean with sophisticated and astonishing coordinated tactics. Despite their name, they are actually the largest members of the dolphin family. With a thick layer of blubber and astonishing adaptability, they patrol from coastal waters to the open sea, becoming the terror of any creature, from penguins and seals to larger whales. These hunters are famous for their unique wave-washing technique in Antarctica. A pod of orcas will swim in synchrony to create powerful waves, capable of knocking a seal resting on an ice floe into the water, a testament to their extraordinary intelligence and synergy. The orca's role in the ecosystem is vital for maintaining the balance of the food web. They are highly social beings that live in strong family units, where each pod develops unique languages and hunting skills that are passed down from generation to generation. Their presence brings both majesty and fear to the polar waters. In this world of ice, the orca is not just a simple hunter, but a symbol of the strongest collective intelligence and power on the planet. When the Antarctic winter reaches its deepest point, when the continent has been submerged in darkness for months, and the cold has reached its most extreme levels, the first subtle yet unmistakable signs of change begin to appear. The transition from winter to summer in Antarctica is not characterized by a gradual warming, but by the slow and majestic return of light to a world that has been shrouded in shadows. The sun, absent for 4 long months, begins to appear as a faint glow that grows more intense on the horizon each day, until it finally emerges from the icy landscape in a cosmic rebirth. This moment, when the sun first appears on the horizon after the long Antarctic night, is one of the most dramatic transitions in the natural world, marking the beginning of a new and vital cycle of life and renewal. The animals that have managed to survive the winter begin to change their survival strategies. Emperor penguin chicks, now large enough to fend for themselves, prepare for their first journey to the sea. Weddell seals, after maintaining their breathing holes all winter, begin to venture beyond the icy territory. Snow petrels, the ghostly guardians of the winter landscape, begin preparations for the breeding season that will transform the continent. As the light returns and temperatures slowly begin to rise toward the brief summer warmth, the stage is set for the return of millions of animals that fled the continent during the winter months. The Great Migration is about to begin anew, and Antarctica will once again be the stage for one of the greatest manifestations of life and design on Earth. Antarctica is not just a frozen remote continent at the end of the world. In modern science, it is considered one of the most sensitive indicators of climate change. A giant natural laboratory where the Earth records its own changes. For over a century, global warming, driven by the increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, has altered the planet's energy balance. Antarctica, which was stable for millions of years, is beginning to react. One of the clearest signs is the instability of the Antarctic ice sheet, the largest mass of ice on Earth. As the ocean temperature rises, coastal ice shelves thin and collapse, allowing inland glaciers to flow faster toward the sea. At the same time, Antarctic sea ice is diminishing. It plays a vital role for the ecosystem and is the reflecting mirror that helps Earth return solar energy to space. When the ice disappears, the dark ocean absorbs more heat. The Southern Ocean is also suffering another invisible pressure: ocean acidification. By absorbing a large part of the CO2, the water's pH gradually decreases, directly affecting plankton and krill. Because of this importance, Antarctica is the center of global climate research. Thousands of scientists work in the most extreme conditions to measure every millimeter of melt and every biological change. But Antarctica's greatest message is a simple truth. Every 1/10 of a degree Celsius counts. Climate change is not a distant event, but a process happening right now. Antarctica is speaking not with words, but with melting ice and warming oceans. The question is not whether the Earth will change, but how soon we will listen and act. But even while celebrating the return of light and life, we must acknowledge the growing challenges facing this pristine nature. This continent, nearly unaltered for millions of years, is now facing pressures that threaten to change its fundamental character. Antarctic nature now faces unprecedented challenges. Climate change is warming the Antarctic Peninsula at a rate 3 times higher than the global average. The results are visible. Gigantic ice shelves are collapsing. The collapse of ice shelves has eliminated vital habitats for Adelie penguins. Furthermore, rising ocean temperature reduces sea ice, which is crucial for the reproduction of emperor penguins and seals. Commercial fishing in the Southern Ocean continues to pressure key species like krill and deep-sea cod. The accidental introduction of non-native species threatens to alter ecosystems that evolved in isolation. Perhaps most alarming is the acceleration of these changes. What once happened on geological timescales is now manifesting within the span of a single human lifetime. The magnificent creatures that have managed to survive in Earth's most extreme environment now face their greatest challenge: surviving the consequences of human activity on a global scale. The decisions we make will determine whether future generations will be able to witness the spectacular manifestations of life on this continent, or if they will inherit a diminished and transformed world. Has the incredible wildlife of Antarctica inspired you? Like this video and tell us what your favorite animal is in the comments. Share it to protect these fragile ecosystems. Don't forget to hit the bell for your next wild adventure.